What up, West Coast Nation? Hey, DJ MTK doing a follow-up episode on the Chicano rapper Devour, who was recently incarcerated for killing his business partner with King Couture Clothing. And we originally had posted some vlogs about the whole situation. There's a lot of mystery to this. You know, our research team did a little bit of more research for the Murder on My Mind podcast, and you can listen to that on Spotify or Apple. This is a part 2. This is a follow-up episode here, and really the questions kept coming out. Okay, well, how long is he actually in prison for? Are there any documentation? There's a few interviews that Devour has done in the past 5 years, but no one could really find his name. Now, Scoop TV did drop some information some years back, and with his court case. And in there, you could see at the very top, it says John A. Yates, John Anthony. We don't know if that's really him, though. And then when you look at King Couture's Facebook page and Instagram page, it shows that the death was on 7/28/2019. Devour says, and we have it up on our YouTube channel as well. Devour says, hey, before he turned himself in, he did an IG live. He said, hey, look, I really haven't said anything, but what happened was they tried to rob me. So I had to do what I had to do. He goes, you know, my gold chain. So it sounds like a self-defense. Then a blog came out and said he's going to give 3 to 6 years. But there's no information. There's no court documentation that links John Yates with what Scoop TV dropped. Now, what's interesting, though, is if you do a little bit more research, which our team did, and you start looking at the LLC that was formed in the state of California, because every LLC has to form a registration as a register. It shows John Yates on there as well with the Secretary of State. Now, if you have any information, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Also, the music credits we found is under John Yates as well. So there's a lot tied to this, but if you try to look up the inmate, that doesn't match up. It's been reported that he's at CDC, but he's done plenty of videos in there, and so people have said, hey, that's where he's at. Which, you know, but if you do the inmate search, you can't find John Yates in there. You find people that have the same name, but it doesn't match up with his birth date. The online bios have shown that his birth date is, we had it written down, 2/12/94. If you look at Scoop TV's court documentation, it's kind of blurry. You can't really see it, but it looks like 2/12/90. You know what I mean? So like, okay, 2 and 2 together, what is it? Now, King Henry, here's another interesting fact. Like I said, we're probably having more questions than answers at leaving this. the Los Angeles Times reported on the homicide report, Henry VillaReal, a 23-year-old Latino male, died Sunday, July 28th. On the memorial on the Facebook page, it shows 7/28/2019 after being shot in Gardena, the 15300 block of Crenshaw Boulevard, according to Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner's records. So we're putting pieces together, but all the pieces aren't here. You know, the question that you see a lot on people are looking to discover, how long is he in jail for? If he killed somebody, you would think it'd be longer than 3 to 6 years. If it was self-defense and that's what he really was the case, then maybe he did get 3 to 6 years and he'll be out sooner than later. But there's just no court documentation. A lot of times when you do these type of vlogs, you know, about people that are incarcerated, you're able to start looking at some of the court documentation to make sure things match. In this instance, there's a lot of things that there are a few more pieces that are now matching, but there's a lot of still unanswered questions. So listen to the full podcast, Spotify or Apple, Murder on My Mind podcast. Drop in the comments what information you have found out as well. And we'll do a little bit more research as time goes on in the upcoming years. So DJ MTK, West Coast Radio, Murder on My Mind podcast, now streaming on Spotify, Apple, all your favorite streaming platforms.